just reminding people of the sacrifice that police make every single day, something Emilia Terzon, our reporter on the scene, would probably have seen really firsthand, as so many of the police and emergency services, Emilia, would have been around responding to this incident. But for those of people who are just joining us, take us through what happened earlier tonight.
Well, it's been an incredibly dark night tonight for the Victorian Police Force. What we do know that happened here tonight on one of Melbourne's busiest freeways is that just before 6 o'clock, police officers in their car pulled over a Porsche as it was speeding along this highway. Now, they've made the decision to impound that person's car, and they've called along 2 other officers to the scene to help them out with that process. Now, what we know is that as those 4 police officers and the driver of that Porsche was standing on the freeway or next to the freeway, it's unclear at this stage, a large semi-trailer has driven along and it's driven straight into the group, killing those 4 police officers here at the scene. Now, it was just an absolutely chaotic and tragic situation when we arrived to that scene just half an hour afterwards. There were so many sirens going off. There was at least 20 fire trucks here trying to deal with this scene. At one stage, one of the cars was actually trapped underneath the truck, and the police commissioner has just gone on to describe exactly what a tragic situation it was here tonight.
A very tragic night indeed that we're having to respond to. I believe this is the largest single loss of lives in terms of police lives lost in one incident in the history of Victoria Police. I'm not aware of another occasion when we've lost 4 Victoria Police members in one incident such as this. It's a very tragic night for Victoria Police, and again just highlights the dangers that go with doing police work.
And of course, there is going to be a full investigation, and investigations continue as to the driver of the Porsche that was pulled over as well, who seems to have disappeared.
That's correct. There's a full investigation into what exactly happened here tonight. But what we do know is that the driver of that Porsche who was pulled over fled the scene after this horrific accident took place. So the police force is urging that person to come forward to help them with their investigation. We do also know that the truck driver who careered into this group, it's believed that he had a medical episode either before or after the accident. He was taken to hospital where he is now currently under police guard. We also do not know the identities of the 4 police officers who have so tragically lost their lives tonight, but we do know that 2 of them were constables, 2 of them were senior constables, 3 of the 4 of them were men, and there was 1 woman amongst them. We know that some of them were quite senior, but some of them had just joined the police force, which is just such a staggering insight into what can happen here, whether you're a very senior police officer or very new to the force. The Premier of Victoria, Daniel Andrews, has said tonight that we may not know their names, but we will know they will always be heroes. So a very tragic night here tonight, and investigations are still ongoing.
And Emilia, just before you leave us, what is the scene there at the moment? I mean, that is such a major freeway. There would have been so many people travelling home. Have they started to clear the area? Will it still be closed off?
Well, as you can see, it is absolutely deserted on this freeway now. It's been closed in both directions, in and out of Melbourne CBD. The crash site is quite a while behind me. We've been actually instructed by the police not to go any closer because the scene is so distressing. But in the distance, there is still dozens of fire trucks and police cars and other people at this scene. And we've been told that the investigations will be going all night long, and potentially this highway could still be closed in the morning.
Emilia, appreciate you bringing us all the latest information. Thank you so much.